Beyond Freedom and Dignity by B.F. Skinner. There are different kinds of freedom as described by Skinner. Reflexes are based on survival values. Examples of reflexes include to clear one's nasal passage by sneezing in order to free the respiratory passages, and another form of reflex example would be to run away from a dangerous situation. Operant conditioning is another form of freedom. When an individual acts in a certain way, they receive a reinforcer for their behavior. The behavior may deter or cause the individual to partake in the behavior again, depending on the reinforcer. An example would be food to a hungry animal. The animal may have to touch a button to receive the food. Once the animal starts tapping the button to receive food, they will continue doing so. Aversive stimuli is another form. It is a negative reinforcer that an individual will run away from or escape. Aversive stimuli can be discomfort, sources of infection, danger, and many other things. Escaping and avoiding aversive stimuli occurs in every area of an individual's life. It happens in education, politics, religion, ethics, and more. Individuals will behave in ways to avoid the aversive treatment by others. An example would be a person may escape from slavery or desert from an army. Some people may try to weaken another's power to escape from the aversive stimuli. For example, we attack weeds in a garden or attack a crowd of people that surround us. There's also displaced behavior, which is aggression towards an individual of power can be displaced towards any convenient person or object surrounding the individual. This is learned behavior. Literature of freedom has an objective status. It consists of books, pamphlets, manifestos, speeches, and other verbal products designed to induce people to act to free themselves from various kinds of intentional control. It induces people to act. Literature emphasizes aversive conditions people live in compared to a freer world. It also prescribes mode of action and has an emphasis on how the condition feels. There's also genuine positive reinforcers, which can have aversive consequences. For example, a government prevents defection by gambling. It can be misused due to low quantity of reinforcers, which a schedule is more important to receive reinforcers than amount. There's also an incentive system. Balance between goods produced and money received. There's also the deferred aversive stimuli. Self-control can remain a problem. For example, smoking cigarettes. Each individual has their own limit, but they may exceed that limit. There were some ethical concerns in certain acts or things run by the government. The Agricultural Adjustment Act, which was coercion to produce less product in order to receive more payment. Government running a lottery, which avoids unwanted consequences for the government, takes money from its citizens. There's unknown payouts for those citizens, and the lottery was used to reduce taxes, but they still get the same amount of money out of the individual. A third would be prisoners to participate in dangerous experiments. There's guaranteed more freedom, which could be better living conditions, to sacrifice their bodies and rights. In the BACB ethical guidelines, there is 4.06. The behavior analyst minimizes the use of items as potential reinforcers that may be harmful to the long-term health of the client or participant. For example, cigarettes, sugar or fat-laden food, or that may require undesirably marked deprivation procedures as motivating operations. This guideline should be followed in each example that was provided and to look at the best interest of each individual. Stated by Bailey and Birch, there's also do no harm for each individual. Each participant must be guaranteed there would be no harm due to their body, and the least restrictive prompting would be used during each experiment.